we in effect, y'all? YouTube been tripping, so I'm trying to get on this damn thing for the last 20 minutes, so I hope it went through. YouTube, y'all be tripping. Happy Saturn's Day, people. Cause we love Saturn. Saturn is good. It just depends on how you use the energy, all right? So we don't shit on Saturn just because the other niggas is using it in a fuckery way. We love Saturn. Yo, what was that? What was that? Super Me Jack? Sorry. Miss Blackfoot Barber, Goddess I Am, Michelle Hazelwood, Heartless Gold, Divine Sunflower, True Food, Donald Martin, DJ Sherm, Medulla Bay, Clinton Walker, what up? D. Wilson, Theo Washington, what up, brother? Jesus. What up, yo? What's up, everybody? Going up in the spot. Reload, what up? Jerome, Love Moves, Britco, what is, oh man, didn't get you. Terry B, trying to get all y'all. Y'all coming in fast. What's up, y'all? What's up, people? Y'all see my Death Star right there? Yeah, baby. Y'all see my Death Star? Y'all see it? Bring it a little bit more into the spotlight. What's up, everybody? So we got a few things to talk about because apparently we are in World War III and they didn't tell us. they told you, but they didn't tell you. So we got to break all of this stuff down to see what we need to be doing in this world war. Who was that? Sperling Lily, appreciate you. What up? Death Star, yeah, the Death Star, baby. Yeah. So, everybody, I just did a NAGA Nerds. I did the first, or episode 1 of the NAGA Nerds. That was posted last Sunday. So if you haven't checked that out, get in there and check that out. Even if you're not a nerd, again, it's called NAGA Nerds. Why? What is a NAGA? NAGA is a god, enlightened consciousness. So I'm not just talking about Star Wars fantasy and all that bullcrap. Obviously, I got to bring the higher consciousness information across in it. So I'm breaking down symbolism. So if you're not symbol literate, you need to get over there and peep these NAGA Nerds. That's really what I'm doing in the NAGA Nerds for, some of it. And then also we're going to break down the fun parts of all the information, but it's the symbolism. You got to understand this symbolism that they're using on you in these movies, and you got to start deciphering this stuff so that you can use this power. This power is available for everyone. But if you don't know it, then you just go right along with the bull crap and they using you. So get on over to the NAGA Nerds. The next one will be coming up this week. And it's only going to be on the NAGA Nerds channel. So I see a lot of you have subscribed, but I haven't even gotten 1,000 subscribers over there yet. So if you haven't subscribed to the NAGA Nerds, get on over there and get me to 1,000 subscribers, everybody. Because I know y'all be liking what I do on this channel. Medulla, appreciate you. Thank you. So, y'all love when I do the symbolism over here. That's going to be that over there. Just a little bit more fun where we don't got to talk about a lot of world events involved with what's going on. We can just get into the fun parts of the information. But so get on over to the NAGA Nerds channel. The link is in the description box of the last live stream I did. I'm going to leave the link in this one too as well. Make sure you subscribe to the Dragon MOOR channel. I left both links to those alternate channels in my last live stream, and that live stream was jacked up. I don't know what happened. There was something wrong with the Wi-Fi, so sorry about that. But either that was YouTube or the Wi-Fi or something. But get over to that last live stream, look in the description box, and get those 2 links and go subscribe to the channel. Y'all niggas want to be sitting back. Y'all always want to be cool. I'll get over there. I'll subscribe in a little bit, my nigga. I got you, though, dog. Couple weeks, I'll subscribe. Now get your ass over there and subscribe to the channel right now. All y'all people be on here and then asking to subscribe or like, and then y'all just be like, all right, I'll do it. Niggas is too cool. Caucasian people be on it, man. Caucasian supporters be on that shit. Stop letting them outperform you. Come on, let's get on it. So NAGA nerds, get over there, subscribe, or the Dragon More channel, because if they mess up this channel, and then y'all don't see me no more on this, they wipe this out, I'll be over on the Dragon More channel, dropping off information. So make sure y'all do that. Get on over there. And everybody who subscribed, who's ordered the Police Stop Law package, your packages are on the way. I just gotta let y'all know that. Y'all, we had to wait for some more product. We have a lot of volunteers, and they're getting a lot of the information, so the products are leaving out. So we have to re-up on the product. So if you're waiting, your package is in the mail, so don't hit me up. Everybody's really liking these the new U.S. law and government flashcards, because if you don't know anything about this damn government, you need to start knowing. Anybody over the age of 35, y'all should know. If you watch Schoolhouse Rock, y'all should know they were breaking it all. I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill. Come on, man. We the people, in order to form a more That's the preamble to the Constitution, in case y'all didn't know. They were teaching y'all all this stuff in Schoolhouse Rock. So you can go watch Schoolhouse Rock too, or you can order these damn flashcards and get up on your government game, because if you don't know how the government works, how the hell you gonna make it work for you if you don't know how it works? All right, so these have been moving pretty nice. Everybody's liking those, so make sure you get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and get those cards. If you want those cards, I'll tell you about the package, or if you want it, and I'll be putting them free in the Police Stop Law package if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research from realnagas.com. I'll be doing that just the last 2 days. I told you last week I was going to do it for one more week. That week will be ending Monday, so Monday is the last day for you to get these. If you order the the Great Book of Melanin Research, you get the whole Police Stop Law package, and I will throw these in there with the Police Stop flashcards. Usually you only get these. I'm going to throw both of these in the package, but it's only for today, tomorrow, and Monday. So if you don't get it today, sorry. You got to go to go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and order the cards after Monday if you just want them individually. You can still get them from realnagas.com, but they're not going to come in the package. So make sure you get over there and check those out. And Know Your Rights Foundation volunteers, make sure you get over there and subscribe, or hit us up if you want to be a volunteer. We're teaching people the law for free, y'all. Y'all understand what that means? I don't think y'all understand what that means. Go try to find somebody to teach you the law for free and see what they say. Go try to find somebody who know the law well enough to teach you. That ain't in school. That's not a professor. And then ask them to teach you for free and see what they say. Nigga, you better get out of here, nigga. We're doing that. We're taking the time. We're breaking the law down. We're doing all of this so that you can have a strong foundation in the law, so that you can give to your children and your family members, the rest of your family members, and yourself. When you go out there and you encounter these police officers on an everyday basis, you're going to be armored up. You're gonna be armored up, baby. So get on over there, subscribe, volunteer if you want to learn the law for free. We are hooking y'all up as long as you bring the motivation. All right, y'all. So what's been going on? And make sure y'all get over to wejuice.com. Get Timmy Tight Top. Shout out to Timmy Tight Top. I heard everybody was talking crazy about me because I didn't go on the show on Monday, on the Zoe show. Yeah, I was eating barbecue, Nick. No, I don't celebrate the 4th of July for them, but I do celebrate the Sirius Gate, the Sirius Stargate opening every year at that time, because that's really what 4th of July is about. The rising of Sirius, the Sirius Stargate opening up. So if y'all don't know that, man, I'm celebrating. If y'all ain't celebrating, I'm celebrating. God damn it. And we're going to talk about the one coming up next year, because that's really important. You guys, you also can still do your rituals right now. The twin suns are still at their peak, in the sky. So those energies are available to you. So if you got some ritual, you got something that you want to put out there into the universe, you want to get something, make something happen, do your rituals right now. You got a lot of power, you got a lot of energy behind you pushing that. So get out there and do that. But so the government is going crazy. Did y'all see what's popping up, man? So I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start with this bull crap. So I do want to start with this because I don't necessarily subscribe to this, but this shows the agenda of the government. So just something real quick, if y'all been peeping, the government has been banning, or they have legislation to ban cigarettes, nicotine cigarettes. All right. So why am I starting with that? I don't smoke. I ain't never smoked. I hate smoke. Used to have asthma when I was a kid. Like, smoking disgusts me. Like, I can smell somebody smoking a cigarette like 5-6 blocks away. And that's true. I've done that. Like, I hate cigarettes, you understand? I hate it. hate, despise cigarette smoke. Y'all should too. They put 4,000 chemicals in the tobacco of those cigarettes, just so you know. So if you're smoking cigarettes, you're smoking blunts, 4,000 chemicals minimum in the tobacco that you're smoking, right? But having said that, and so it seems like, okay, this is a great thing. The government is about to do away with cigarettes. This is great. Everybody lungs gonna be clear. You're gonna be able to breathe, right? Got to deal with no niggas sitting at your table, smoking, blowing the smoke at you. You got to deal with none of that, right? Why are they really doing it? I don't know if you guys heard, but they found that in these studies that nicotine is an inhibitor of the cupcake. Did y'all know that? People who, and this is why a lot of melanated people were skating by during the pandeezy. A lot of us brothers and sisters smoke, and that inhibits the boogie V as well as the cupcake juice that they want to give you, as a remedy for the boogie V. It stops it. Inhibitor means to stop. Just so you guys know, it blocks it. So they were like, that's why all these niggas ain't. Wait, what? Cigarette smoke? Oh shit, we gotta get rid of cigarettes now, nigga. Like what? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of cigarettes and nicotine. And first they did it with you saw they got rid of the menthols. That fucked a lot of niggas up in the hood. Most niggas in the hood smoke menthol. That's your Newports. I know you niggas was like, oh, my new Peasies. Oh, I know. Oh man, a lot of you niggas smoke Newports in the hood. I know it. But yeah, so they were doing away Newports. They already did that law. There are no more Newports in the next 2 years. And about, I think after 2024, doing away with maybe 23. So they're doing away with Newports, but they're trying to do away with all nicotine cigarettes, and that's because nicotine is an inhibitor of the boogie V and the cupcake. Am I telling you to go smoke cigarettes? Hell to the no. Hell to the mother. Hell no. Absolutely not. And after you smoke cigarettes, Uncle Bobby, y'all smoke cigarettes, then you should be cleansing. You definitely should be cleansing, doing your duty, get all that bullshit out. However, it's helping you. It's blocking. It's doing its thing. It's doing a thing to kind of help you out. So you see the sinister movements of the government. They're coming out and they say, we gonna help the world get healthy, y'all. We gonna help the world get healthy because that's what we do with the government. We love y'all. We care about your wealth, your well-being, and your health. We care, y'all. Put them cigarettes down. You don't want to smoke that cigarette, do you? See, you get a coffee. You don't want that. Put that shit down. And all the while, as soon as you put that shit down, that boogie V, oh, boogie V, oh. So, I'm not telling you to stop smoking cigarettes. I'm just telling you what they do and why they're trying to get rid of the cigarettes. And so, did you guys see So we're talking about World War III. So I'm about to play. So all these things have just started to kind of pile up and go down. So we're gonna run down the things that have happened within this last week or so, right? So you got the Georgia Guidestones got blown up. Did anybody see that? The Georgia Guidestones. Remember, so if you don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, those were these stones that popped up mysteriously in Georgia that basically had a plan for world population or depopulation, saying that they wanted to get the world down to about 500 million people around a certain time. And it was printed in English and all the different languages of the world, right? So they said, we don't know how these damn stones got here. And they just popped up. And they just popped up like a few years ago. So this is supposed to be like the Stonehenge of America, right? But how the hell you get stones that weigh that much placed out there and no one saw it? Nobody's seen it. Wait a minute. Them big ass stones weigh multiple tons each. Multiple tons each. Somebody printed up and put all this stuff on these stones, broke it down, put them all up. So they had to have cranes and everything that put that up. So that had to be either some super rich person or that had to be the government. That was some type of subversive thing by the government that they did, there's some message they were trying to put out there, but oh, we don't know who did it, y'all. So people are fighting back. People are starting to see that what's going on right now, it's on some level. If you watching stuff, you kind of feel some bullshit going on in your DNA. This is some bullshit. There's too much happening right now where none of this stuff ever happened before. Now you all of a sudden you got pandemies and world food crises and monkey pee, and I mean you got all kind of stuff going on crazy right now. Then while that's popping off, so then if you've seen it though, they got footage of the video. I hope you've seen the footage of the video. So they got footage of a silver car with super tinted windows speeding off after it got blown up. But the crazy thing is when you see the Guidestones explode, there's a flash of light on the other side of the Guidestone, this big ball like a fire. And then one of the stones just blew the fuck up. But you don't see like a projectile or anything come and hit the stone. All you see is a flash of fire from way back in the dark. You can't see anything else, just a big flash of fire. Then all of a sudden, boom, that one stone just goes, like it explodes, which is crazy. And then the car in front of it, so the explosion is way behind the stones. The car is in front of the stones, and it takes off after the explosion hit. So there's nothing on the side where that explosion came from. You feel like, what the fuck is that? What is that explosion? You know, it's crazy. But then now they had to knock down all the Guidestones, right? So they went down and because that one stone was blown up, they went and knocked down the rest of the stones. Why? Because it's a safety hazard. If somebody goes there and the stones are unstable and they fall on somebody touches it. Oh, who is that? Steven, appreciate you, man. Somebody touches one of the stones and then they get splattered, they get smashed, then the government is liable. So they had to go take that down. So now the Georgia Guidestones are gone. But people were saying that, what up, Tish? Yeah, the CEO of Pfizer vowed to rebuild them. He vowed to rebuild them? Oh, I didn't see that. So she said the CEO of Pfizer vowed to rebuild the Georgia Guidestones. The CEO of Pfizer, the nigga who just took over right soon as the pandemic happened. Y'all know that? This nigga who took over for PF Heiser Bakery, he just took over right soon as the pandemic happened, when Pfizer was in a hole, going down financially. This nigga takes over, and all of a sudden the pandemic happens, and Pfizer makes $50 billion in the last 2 years. Okay. And now he vows to put the Guidestones back up. See, it's a war going on out here, y'all. Y'all better realize there's a goddamn war going on right now for your consciousness, for your soul, your spirit. They think the soul is hackable. They said that. They talking this at the World Economic Forum. Your spirit, your soul is hackable. They said that. Then they just found some stuff with the graphene oxide. So there's a doctor who breaks down. He does a lecture. Oh man, I don't remember the doctor's name. I wish I could remember the doctor's name. But there's a doctor who broke down a lecture who said the graphene oxide, which is what they found in the cupcakes. They found graphene oxide in cupcakes. They broke down how the graphene oxide can be used as a cloud link from you to someone else. So basically what they did is they put the graphene oxide in a monkey, right? And they basically, they programmed some movement, some things, and it transferred to the graphene oxide that was in the monkey, and the monkey started performing those actions that they programmed. So basically, they can program you with, they can now program you the graphene oxide in the cupcake, and it can start making you do shit. So watch out for them cupcakes. Told you, quinoa and tofu cupcakes don't really go, my nigga. That don't really go well. But so they were talking about, they did it on humans. They tried to experiment on a human, and it was a Hispanic brother, and they were talking about how they were making him do something that who was it? It was I forgot who the person he was mimicking. So it was a regular person who was mimicking like a doctor or something like that. So this doctor was doing something, and the person who had gotten the graphene in him, he was mimicking the doctor's movements, and he was like, "Oh, this is crazy." He's like, "I'm not even doing anything. I'm moving without even thinking about it." This is what he was saying. I'm moving. I'm not even thinking about moving. He was just doing shit. So now they basically can hack your ass. This is what's been shown. This is a doctor who he did a whole lecture on this, broke down how they did it on the monkey first, and then tried it on the human. And the human nigga was doing it. And he was like, yo, I can't even feel myself moving and doing this. So, all right. So we got that going on. That just came out. So people are starting to fight back, though. All this information is coming out, and people are starting to fight back, man. They are like, this ain't the same time as when niggas was lay down. The government can just do whatever to people, and people were laying down. We not in those times. We're in the air age, right? We're in the age of consciousness, of information, breaking down, intelligence. And so we're not going for the bullshit no more. We're not falling for the bullshit. So those Guidestones was a message that the people are fighting back. And so now you see the CEO of the P.F. Heiser Bakery is talking about putting them back up. Why are you talking about putting those Guidestones back up? Did you put them out there? And now you see what's going on with the cupcake, how many people that took out the cupcake, they're taking out the cupcake. Now, did you hear the new cupcake news that was just released? So we gotta word this in a certain way. So the new numbers just came out from the cat, dog, cat, right? People who've been here longer, educate the new people on the coded language. The cat, dog, cat. Please use the first initials of each word. So the cat, dog, cat. They came out with the new numbers from December 14th, 2020 to July 1st, 2022. All right, the first day of when they released part 2 of Stranger Things. They released the numbers. So, and this is the VAERS, the cupcake adverse effects. This is what the people reported. 15% of people who took the cupcake kicked the bucket in the first 24 hours. 15%. So basically what happens is what they showed was 13,000, almost close to 14,000 people have kicked the bucket from the cupcake since December. This has been reported. This is who's been reported. Not that this is all the people who've kicked the bucket, but what has been reported has been since December 14, 2020 to July 1st, 2022 is that almost 14,000 people have kicked the bucket from the cupcake, right? So, from that, 15% of them kicked the bucket in the first 24 hours. First 24 hours. 19% kicked the bucket in the first 48 hours. So if you put that together, that's 34% of the people who took the cupcake kicked the bucket in the first 2 days. You didn't hear nothing about that. So if you break those percentages down, that would be like for the first day, 2,200 people kicked the bucket on the first day. And, then you make it up, then altogether, 4,600 people kicked the bucket in the first 2 days. Close to 4,600 people kicked the bucket in the first 2 days. You didn't hear shit about that. So they're supposed to, and just so we're talking about how the reporting goes to that system, they only report 1%. That's only 1% of the the adverse reactions that have happened, right? So 99% of the shit that's happening to people ain't getting reported. That's only 1%, and that's say 14,000 people kicked the bucket, and since then, since taking the cupcake. So now, when in the 70s, when they came up with the bird flu cupcake, after 12 people kicked the bucket, they stopped it. 12 people. This is in the 70s. 12 people, no, let's stop it. No, we can't do it. No, we cannot do it. 4,600 people kicked the bucket in the first 2 days, and they ain't blink. They did not blink. And this is your boy. Most of them was from the P.F. Heiser Bakery. They said most of the people who kicked the bucket was from the P.F. Heiser Bakery cupcake, the tofu quinoa cupcake. Then the rest was from the Modern Easy and the J&J. So now that's going on. So you got all that's going on right now. Then in Uruguay says, hey man, before we start shooting up the rest of these niggas over here, y'all niggas got to give us the ingredients to the cupcake. We want to know where you grow your tofu. Is this Monsanto? Is this Monsanto soybeans? Because tofu comes from soy, right? Soybeans. And Monsanto controls the soybean market. And Monsanto has GMO soybeans. So you want to know if your cupcake is made with Monsanto soybeans. This is Uruguay. Like, look at what kind of cupcake? What kind of ingredients in this cupcake? You ain't gonna tell us? All right, then get the fuck out. So Uruguay makes P.F. Heiser Bakery give them the ingredients of the cupcake. P.F. Heiser Bakery says, nah, we not gonna do that. Wait a minute, you're not gonna do what? You're not gonna give us the ingredient? You want us to shoot up our whole population with this bullshit, but you don't want to tell us what's in it? Nah, we don't want to do that. All right, then get the fuck out. Uruguay said, kick rocks, nigga. Kick rocks. So, shout out to Uruguay for standing up to the P.F. Heiser Bakery, making them telling you about that quinoa tofu. Where was this quinoa grown? Is this organic quinoa? Or was it grown in a shit field? I need to know where these ingredients come from. So Uruguay said, kick rocks to the P.F. Heiser Bakery. Shout out to them. So now, while that's going on, when you got that popping on, the British Prime Minister quits. The British Prime Minister, he was like, Salaam alaikum. They voted him out, really. So his party, just in case y'all don't know, over in Britain, you vote through parties. And so his party voted him out, but he was wilding. He was over there wilding out, having maskless parties during the Pandeezy, showing you that it's all bullshit. Yo, hit that damn like button. I see 400 and something of y'all in here. Hit that damn like button. What y'all doing? Stop playing. See, just what I was just talking about. About how y'all kick, man. I'll hit that like button in a couple of minutes, man. Don't worry about it. I got you, my nigga. I'm gonna hit that like button soon. Before I leave this damn live stream, nigga, I got you on that damn. See, hey, nigga, right here. See? I'm gonna do this on the screen as soon as I leave. Hit that damn like button. Y'all full of shit. So, while that's going on, like I said, the British Prime Minister, he quits. So he was basically your British Trump. That's who that dude was. He was the British Trump. And they got him out of there. So what you're seeing right now is a balance of power being upset in the world. Y'all see what's going on. The day after he quits, the former prime minister, who was basically the real prime minister of Japan, he gets killed. He gets assassinated in the middle of a speech. And this nigga was against China. They had some stuff going on against China. So they was creating some type of legislation where they was gonna it was something China was trying to do, and they were blocking China. And he was the major pusher against that. He was the major backer against that. Even though he wasn't the prime minister anymore, people still respected him as really the leader, the main person who was backing and pushing policy in Japan, right? And so he was going against China, and boom, he gets taken out. Then the head of OPEC gets killed, gets taken out. Did y'all see that shit? OPEC, just so y'all people don't know, OPEC is the biggest oil corporation. It's basically all the oil companies combined. It's like a bunch of oil corporations around the world that come together and they form this giant oil corporation. And the head of that corporation, they're pretty much the niggas who've been running the world for the past 30 years or 40 years, OPEC, them in the banking industry. He gets taken out. What the fuck, y'all? British Prime Minister quits. Japanese Prime Minister gets taken out. The head of OPEC get taken out the same day. Or that night, or I think it was the same day, he gets taken out. Then the Sri Lankan president, did y'all see the prime minister, the president of Sri Lanka? This nigga gets taken out. His mansion gets taken over by the people. Then I don't know if you seen the video, them niggas was partying. Nigga, they broke into the mansion. They in the pool. They jumping from the roof into the pool. Hey, nigga, they bumping hip hop in the back. Bitches is doing this. They twerking and shit. They done took over the mansion and they done turned that shit into the biggest hood party in Sri Lanka. It's crazy. I hope y'all please see those videos. That shit is hilarious. So then after that, they burnt the shit down. I don't know why they would do that. Why the fuck would you burn it down? But they went over there, they burnt down the Sri Lankan president. They burnt down his crib after partying for about a day or two. They partied. You understand me? They partied hard over there. Shout out to the Sri Lankan people. Because I would have loved to be at that party. They was doing it. So what's going on? What the fuck is going on? This is called destabilization of governments in order to push it to a one. Remember, globalization is the plan. Globalization is the plan. Then NATO put some troops over in Ukraine. They not supposed to do that. Ukraine is not a part of NATO. Yo, Rich Cliff, appreciate you. Yeah, he's Jewish for sure. Absolutely. And he hasn't taken the cupcake either. None of the people at the P.F. Hydra bakery have taken the cupcake. Just so we're clear. Them niggas ain't got to take it. You got to take it. P.F. Hydra bakery, we don't do quinoa. Quinoa, it don't really settle on my stomach well, my nigga. You know, give me them regular cupcake. But this is what you call the destabilization of governments in order to move it into this globalization, this one world government. And then, like I said, Putin, they're not, Ukraine is not a part of NATO, but NATO done stashed some troops over there, right? Then you got these other countries, Sweden and, forgot the other country that was trying to become a part of NATO. And these are all countries who felt threatened by Putin. But right now, because they're mashing on Putin so hard, and Putin and they win in the war, they're not showing you that on TV. But Putin and them is smashing on the Ukrainians over there. So now they asked Biden, when are the gas prices gonna go down? as long as when can we? How long can we expect prices like this to be at the gas pump? As long as it takes for this war. Wait a minute, nigga. We not in a war, nigga. Ukraine is in a war. What the fuck do the Ukrainians do for us that we need to be like, hey, we gonna motherfucking take our drawers off, our pants and drawers off, and give them to you, nigga, so we can freeze freeze our balls off. And ladies' vaginas. Whatever. we gonna take our clothes off and give them to you so we can freeze to death. Fuck that shit. Get the fuck out of here. And then the Ukrainian president said, yo, nigga, what y'all did for us? Cool. That's what's up. That's cool, my nigga. We appreciate it. We need $750 billion more dollars. And you gonna give it to us. He demanded it. He ain't asked for it. That nigga demanded $750 billion more dollars, right? So what the hell? Wait a minute. And this is coming from you niggas. This is coming from your taxes. Just so you know, it's your taxes is supposed to be paying for this. So you figure, what the fuck is this? What the hell is this? What in the hell is going on right now? That we have to pick up the ticket for the Ukrainians. You know why? Because Ukraine is really America. That war, which you see Ukraine, that's really America. But we can't say it on the open. We can't say it on the open because we got like 20, the United States has 20 something bio research facilities in Ukraine. I'm sure they don't have that many now. I'm sure Russia is taking a gang of those out at this point. But that's one of the main reasons that we were smashing over there, because they got a lot of research facilities, unlawful research facilities over in Ukraine. And that's what they're trying to protect. And they're not supposed to have, America is not supposed to be that close to Russia. Russia said, niggas, you can't be on our borders like that. Nigga, you are enemy, really, and you can't just post up on our border. So then this nigga just came out and said, yo, we about to smash on y'all. Get ready for the nuclear bomb. Now, you know that ain't gonna happen. I believe the galactic nation, what they call the intergalactic federation, whatever they call it, that really runs the world. I don't think they would let that happen. But Putin is threatening that. Yo, y'all niggas y'all wilding out. Y'all getting close to the border. Y'all putting troops over here. Ukraine don't even belong to NATO, but y'all got NATO. Nah, homie. So that's getting ready to go down right now. So basically, we really are in World War III without being in it. Our money literally all of our money and weapons are fighting it. And I say our, not our. America, the corporation of America. Don't ever put yourself in part of it. But I'm saying that because so we can have an easier conversation. But it's all America's money and America's weapons that are fighting the war. So you are truly in the war. And this nigga said we ain't gonna stop until Russia's taken out. Why? Because Russia is the last motherfuckers to block the globalization, to block the one world order. Putin know this. And then they said this nigga Putin got cancer. So he really don't give a fuck at this point. If this nigga got cancer, this nigga dying, he really don't give a fuck. You talking about a nigga who don't give a fuck at this point. Nigga, fuck all your world plans, fuck everything, nigga. I'm out of here in a couple years anyway, so nigga, see what happens. That's Putin right now. And America's like, all right, we're gonna step right there. So what you think is gonna happen? Putin don't be playing. So all of that is popping off at the same time. And they tell you, and first of all, they ain't telling you nothing. But this one world plan that they got going, they put too much behind it to stop it at this point, even though everybody's waking up to it, so they can't really implement it like they really wanted to. We're pushing back and keep pushing back, keep waking up, keep sharing information, You know what I'm saying? Searching for the information because they can't fight this stuff. We're using their tools against them. This tool right here that I'm talking to you through, this goddamn social media and this phone and all that, this was used to subjugate you. However, you got to flip the script on these niggas. Use it to free yourselves and everybody else. So that's the main thing going on. I really want y'all to watch that. And then if y'all see in the Netherlands, they're pushing back in the Netherlands. The farmers. Did you see how they're blocking everything? The convoys. They got inspired by the Canadian truckers, and now all the truckers over there in the Netherlands, they blocking everything. They ain't, man. I'm telling you, it's going down. Do not accept the fact that these niggas just have control and they can just do whatever the hell they want to you. Absolutely fucking not. You have all the damn power. However, if you don't learn the system that you're in, you don't know how to affect it positively for your change in your way, in your direction. But you have to sit down and learn this shit. But at the very least, you got to be aware of what's going on. So that's their Achilles heel right now, is that everybody is on this this damn thing right here, and they're getting all the information, and we are waking up. So please keep doing that. Shout out to the Netherlands farmers for pushing back, because they're trying to take over, man. And just so y'all know about the farming thing, you see how Bill Gates have bought up all the farmland. You know, he owns more farmland than anybody in America now. But then, do y'all know that he also owns Impossible Meat and Beyond? And Beyond Meat. Kill Bill owns Impossible and Beyond. Did y'all know that shit? So all the shit that he wants to put inside of niggas through cupcakes, is he putting that shit in the Beyond and Impossible Meat. This is a world-changing regime. This is a world-changing plan that they got going on, everybody. You don't have the luxury of living in a world before March 2020. We're not in that world. You got to wake up that we in a whole new paradigm. Do y'all understand that we in a whole new paradigm? Had y'all heard anything called the Mandela Effect? Have y'all heard about that? Oh, Tuskegee Virtual TV. Thank you, brother. The Mandela Effect. So the Mandela Effect is some shit that they came about where they talk about because it happened because of Mandela, right? Oh man, appreciate you. I didn't see who that was. It happened because of Mandela. Liz Wright, thank you. So the Mandela Effect is because people remember when Mandela, they remember Mandela dying in jail. You know, Mandela was in jail for 27 years, right? They said some people remember Mandela dying in jail, but how could he die in jail if the nigga was president of Africa, right? South Africa. So that doesn't add up. So a lot of people are like, no, nigga, I remember this nigga died in jail. But the nigga, he couldn't have died in jail because nigga, that's Mandela right there. Nigga in the goddamn in the Paisley Park shirts that this nigga used to wear. His African Prince Paisley Park shirts he used to wear. But that's where that came from, right? So you be like, they basically have turned something on and have affected reality in a certain way where they've tried to erase history within reality, right? They tried to do something like that. So, and a lot of people will say, well, we're in a Mandela effect because I remember this from the past and don't remember that, and boom, boom, and this and that. They will try to affect your reality, especially now, because if they can they have the ability to erase a lot of things within the past, and you're not sure, your consciousness is not necessarily sure. You say, I remember it, but damn, if you're posed with something different that could possibly be it, then you start to question yourself about reality. So I just want y'all to understand right now, you are in a reality where you don't have the luxury of not knowing anymore. You don't have the luxury of not knowing. That was a different reality before March 2020. Right now, you all have to be informed or you're no good. And they know this. You're the useless eater that they're trying to get rid of with Agenda 2030. So just so y'all know, man, go watch that damn The Man Who Fell to Earth. Holy shit. I'm about on the NAGA nerds. I'm gonna break that down. So if you want to hear me break down The Man Who Fell to Earth, y'all got to go subscribe to the NAGA Nerds because I'm gonna blow that whole thing up. Holy shit, y'all don't know what's going on in that shit. But back to this. So you guys have to get on the good foot, as the old school people used to say. Get on the good foot and learn your shit. You have got to learn. You don't have the luxury of not knowing. That was the before. That's your mothers and fathers and grandfathers and all. They all had the luxury of not knowing, not having to know the system they were in because we were newly integrated within the system. But now they got a bead on us and how we work within the system. They're like, oh, well, we can do whatever the hell we want. You don't have the luxury of not knowing. Start picking up books, start learning this goddamn law. There was a Mandela, they tried to say the Mandela Effect about Ed McMahon. Did y'all see that? About the Ed McMahon Mandela Effect? They tried to say that Ed McMahon, I don't know if people gotta be old enough to remember this. Ed McMahon from Star Search used to go around to people's houses from Publishers Clearinghouse and knock on people's doors and say, you just won Publishers Clearinghouse, and give you like $1 million or $100,000, whatever the hell that was. I saw this. I was an avid TV watcher. I was a TV nerd, which is why I got the NAGA Nerds today, which is why I went to film school. I was an avid TV watcher, more than anybody you probably ever known in your life. I know I saw them damn Ed McMahon commercials, and people used to go, Ed McMahon? Oh my God. He showed up with this big ass check. And then if you look on the internet right now, they'll try to say that didn't happen. Ed McMahon never worked for a Publishers Clearinghouse. This nigga never delivered checks. None of that. Now that's bullshit because I absolutely remember Ed McMahon delivering them damn checks. Right? So this is an example though of them trying to affect reality. What they did is they go back and they wipe out and they scrub all of those videos and everything that you used to see on TV. They scrub all of that, put it in a vault where you can't see any of that anymore. Wipe it from the annals of the internet. You can't see it, and you really start to question your reality. But there's a couple of videos out there that this brother put down where he put together multiple clips of people knowing that Ed McMahon used to deliver them checks. Like, it was a joke in a lot of TV shows, like the Golden Girls. Ed McMahon's at my door from Publishers Clearinghouse with a check. So if they put it in TV shows, it obviously was a real thing. They used to joke about it on stage, on TV shows, and so it was a real thing. But they'll try to affect the reality like it wasn't. I only use that as an example because this is a real thing right now. Because they almost had me questioning my shit when I saw it. I was like, hey, Ed McMahon didn't work for Publishers Clearinghouse, but I went on a damn rabbit hole track. I was like, hold up, nigga, I know. But this is what they'll do to reality right now. So to your reality, because they have the ability to do that. A lot of y'all thought they were doing that when they flicked on the new particle accelerator with Stern, when they were opening up, they were saying, y'all can open up a new black hole, and this gonna, nigga, that ain't, y'all, please, y'all got to start learning, man. Conspiracy bullshit do not work for us. Stop it. Sit down, read some science articles. Learn what a particle accelerator does. Learn what a black hole actually is. Black hole is a concentrated mass of matter, so dense that it pulls everything else into it. It ain't got nothing to do with a particle accelerator. It's matter condensed in a certain area, so much matter in this one little area that the gravitational pull is so big nothing can escape it, even light. That's what a black hole is, y'all. it's matter. It's a super concentrated mass of matter in one area, so big that nothing else can escape it. So y'all, when they flip the particle accelerator on, it's gonna create a black hole. It's gonna do this. No, what they did, they found new subatomic particles. They found new what they call quarks. And so they got quarks and antiquarks, and then they found new super quarks and stuff like that. So quarks are the smallest particle of matter, right? So then when they flipped this on, they was like, oh shit, there's even smaller particles than that. That's what they found when they flipped the CERN thing on, just so y'all know. They found 5 more subatomic particles that were smaller than the actual quarks they thought. So basically saying, shit, we don't know nothing about how this damn world is built. We just found more subatomic particles we had no idea existed. No, you don't. You don't know shit. You scientists, fake ass scientists niggas. But so I'm only saying that because you guys, World War III is in at hand, and they're trying to distract you with a whole bunch of bullshit while they link and they do this stuff on the low. This whole you crazy thing is a scam. It's World War III in disguise, so that they don't actually have to say that we're in World War III and trip everybody out, because they know no one would go for it. So they have to make it seem like the Ukrainians are this super oppressed country and they're being invaded by Russia, and Russia's the big bad villain and all this and that. When Russia said, look, don't be putting niggas on our border, military troops on our border that want to smash us. We're not going to have that. They told them multiple times, and then ultimately you gotta back your word up, or you just talking shit. So that's basically what happened. But you are in World War III right now, just so you know. But what happens? Everything's changing. It's time for us to be able to come up. You can come up in World War III if you understand and learn the systems that created this bullshit. We can come up right now. This is why I've been pushing us learning these laws and this government. This is why I created this shit right here. This is why we got the U.S. law and government, because when the government is being flipped upside down, we can take advantage of that, y'all. Do y'all understand? This government is flipped upside down. Roe versus Wade, all this and that. Dude, nigga, it is chaos in this damn shit right now. That's good for us though. Chaos. Order ob chaos. Out of order, out of chaos comes order. Do y'all understand that? So, but you have to be able to plan within the chaos. You can't get caught up by the chaos. You have to be the stable force within the chaos, making your moves, making your planned out moves within the chaos, so that you have a straight path. You say, all right, all of this fuckery is going on around me, but I'm doing this. I'm this way. I see my path, my bit right down the street, right down this motherfucking alley right here. I'm headed this way. This is where we going. So that's all up to you. If you want to get caught up in the bullshit, please do. And if not, then don't. Then Elon Musk just canceled his Twitter deal because they won't show him the bots. So just so y'all know, Twitter is basically a bot farm. Most of y'all be getting hyped up about all these Twitter and all this and that. Most of the shit you see on Twitter are bot farms. CIA runs Twitter. They already showed that when they came out with the government disinformation board, Twitter and the government was working on a deal to suppress speech and what they call fake news or misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation on Twitter, right? So, which is fucking crazy. You can't do who decides what that is? The government. They was gonna decide what your speech was, right? So, but how they doing that? How do they affect the narrative? Through bots. This is why Twitter is not giving up. If I buy something from you, I need to know how the shit work before I buy it from you. Twitter is like, nigga, just buy it, man. I tell you it worked, my nigga. You see it's working, don't you? Nigga, you see the lights on? You see, nigga, look at that yellow light right there. Nigga, that shit is bright as hell. Nigga, see that? That shit is on. That means that brick bright yellow light right there mean it's working. So yeah, nigga, take it. And he's like, nigga, wait a minute. How does that yellow light work? Tell me, I want to know what is that yellow light for? How does it work? Who made the yellow light? That's what Elon is saying. They're like, nigga, why you worried about all that, nigga? Damn. The shit work. You see it, nigga. Hey, nigga, look. Hey, Johnny, flip that switch. Flick, nigga. You see it come on and out? Elon is like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't doing none of that shit. So he canceled the deal. Now, he could get back in it. He could force him down, or they could force the price down or whatever by doing that. But he basically said, fuck y'all. Kick rocks, I'm out the deal. And now Twitter gonna try to sue him to try to make him go through with the deal. Because now that's gonna tear up their stock, and also they're gonna be liable from lawsuits from their shareholders because they didn't do the due diligence in making sure the deal went through, because they're supposed to have the best interest of the stockholders in mind. And the fact that they weren't giving up full information Yo, who is that? DeMarcus Oliver. Thank you, brother. But the fact that they weren't giving up full information on how the company was run, meaning they didn't do their due diligence, they were the ones that caused the deal to fall through. So they could be open to fucking billions in lawsuits from shareholders. So they're like, oh shit. They're like, oh, this nigga pulled out. Oh, damn. So now they're gonna try to sue Elon to make him go through with the deal. But Elon is like, nigga, how many bots? How many bots? Because it's at least about 40 to 50% of Twitter is bots. And so whenever they want some narrative, they want some bullshit out there until they just get the CIA to put the bot farm out there and boom, affect everything. Oh, transgenders should be protected, you know, or pronouns are protected. You know, dead naming is not a good thing. These are just bots. And then you get the bot talking about it, boop, 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 boop. Just reinforcing this bullshit. And it's not a real narrative. People are starting to see that Twitter's not a real narrative, though. In real life, Twitter's not real life. You go out in real life, people don't know shit about what they talking about on Twitter. If you're in real life, people are like, what the fuck? I don't know. Nigga, I don't care about that. I don't give a shit. So, but this is, you know, again, the CIA is probably happy about this, but the board isn't, because the board will get taken out. The board is going to get sued out of existence because of this. So, you know, this is what I was talking about. The fight for your rights, your speech, everything is going on. The government wanted to squash the deal. They didn't want Elon to buy it. Elon put the company in such a vice grip that they had to sell. Otherwise, the shareholders are going to sue the shit out of them. But then he also said, all right, nigga, now I got you in this vice grip. How did this shit work? And they were like, oh, fuck. It works. How? It works. But how? It works. So they're going back and forth like that. And he's like, nah, nigga, I'm out. So just be just be aware, please, of all of the stuff that's going on. And then in the Uvalde shooting, did you see that one of the officers came out? And this is when all the World Economic Forum, the Bilderberg meeting, the WHO Pandisi Treaty, all of that was happening in the same week. You had the Uvalde shooting, right? One of the officers came out and said that he asked if he saw the dude, he wanted to engage him. He asked if he could shoot, and they told him no, stand down. He was told specifically, he's like, nigga, I got him right there in my sights. I can bust this nigga right now. He was like, nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Nope. So they could have killed him before he even went into the school. They could have pinned him. They at the very least could have pinned him down outside of the school. He would have had to take cover. And not being able to go into school, because if he came out, he'd have got blasted. They told the officers to stand down. They like, I got him in my sights. I got him. Nope, don't do it. So that lets you know this came from higher up. This was all planned. And then we just talked about how if you got the graphene oxide in your body, they can download instructions into the body now. That's a real thing. That is a real thing. That's not science fiction. That's not conspiracy theory. That's the doctor who showed you he could do it. They did it in a monkey, and then they did it in a human. So how was these people, how these shooters out here, and then you got the 4th of July shooter. And why did Uvalde shooter and the 4th of July shooter look alike, similar? They all on the non-binary, trans, fluid gender bullshit. Why is that similar? Why is those mentalities similar? And these two niggas go out and they kill up a bunch of people. Is that a baseline for being able to control the minds of certain cats? That they had this little baseline and that you're not sure of who you are? Who was that? Experienced Liberia. Appreciate it. So you're starting to see the Manchurian candidates. The shit is starting to come out. Excuse me. But then all of this is going on. You see the sacrifice happened, right? When we talked about the Sirius Gate. You understand when these celestial events happen, These Caucasians believe they have to have sacrifices. This is what they believe. We have to sacrifice something in order to get that energy back. This is their belief. Now, that's a true thing. We didn't believe in that. That's not a thing from us. That's a thing from them, from their culture, because they didn't have the full information on how to really bring about things within the universe. So they thought, oh, in order to get something, and I have to give up something physically, I mean, kill it. And no, you just got to give up your time, your energy, your thought, all of that. That's what you got to give to the universe. You don't got to kill something. But they think, oh, to get it faster, if I kill something, I can get it faster. Right? This is their philosophy on rituals. If I sacrifice something now, if I kill something now, then what I want will come to me faster. Instead of having to get out there and work hard for it and, you know, put the correct mental energy into it. Oh, who's that? Mike Swagger. Appreciate you, brother. He says, don't let them take our amendments. That's right. Don't let them take our amendments. So that's their thing. We got to kill something in order to get the ritual. We got to, you know, in order to get the energy going. What's that? Miss B. Mrs. B. Appreciate you. So that's not us. But we do celebrate and we do draw on these celestial events. This is our culture. We celebrate, we draw from, we invoke, because we are connected. You're connected to all that is. So you don't have to sacrifice something in order to get something. You're connected to whatever it is you want in the first place. You just tell the universe to give it to you. And then you put out the requisite energy, movement to do it. You don't have to sacrifice something for it, other than the energy within yourself. But killing all that, but that's what they do. And again, it happened under Sirius. And so just so you know, man, the symbolism is crazy. If you watch Star Wars, if you watch Star Wars, you know that the main planet that they use on Star Wars is Tatooine, right? Tatooine. Tatooine is a planet with twin suns, right? That's what Tatooine is about. It has twin suns. So do we. Did y'all know that? We got twin suns. Our sun, that we see moving through, walking through the sky, Luke Skywalker. Luke, L-U-C in Latin means light. Luke Skywalker, light Skywalker, that's our sun. We also have Sirius, which is the brightest star. We have twin suns, Sirius and our star. What you think Tatooine is about? So, y'all understand, they copy everything that they show you in these movies and shit is copied off of us. But on that date, from July 4th to the 7th, you have the two stars at their highest point. You have our sun at its solstice, and then you got Sirius, the Sirius rising to its highest point as well. The twin suns, boom, up here, bow. What's up, my nigga? What's up? They up there talking to each other. What's up, my nigga? So you have that energy. You have all of that power available to you, especially since you're sun beings. You draw directly from the sun with this melanin. All you got to do is sit and meditate and tell the universe what you want. Draw that vibration in and then put the vibration back out into the universe. It will happen. That is the law. Caucasians believe, though, you got to kill a child. Where did that come from? That came from, you know, Moloch sacrificing Abraham. Abram, do y'all also know that means Saturn? If you go back and you look up the old word Abram, in the ancient cultures means Saturn. Israel also is Saturn in Phoenician, from Yezreel. Y'all better get with the fucking program. Israel means Saturn. It's the ancient name for Saturn. So y'all don't know that though, but they know it, and they are working off these goddamn. They're drawing from these planet energies. Abraham, Moloch, all of these represent Saturn. I'm putting energy out into the world. I want this energy back. I'm sacrificing something so I can get this energy back. But I want you guys to really focus on next year. You can still do your ritual this year, your meditation. But next year, I really want you guys to focus on the Sirius gate, because what is next year? next year, July, and especially on the 7th. So next year, July 7th, please, 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 please get with your family, even if you get by yourself, whatever you need to do, get with somebody, do a massive ritual because that day is 777. Just so y'all know, that date is 777. July 7th, 2023 will be 777. And that's when also you're going to have solstice. That's also going to be at the solstice and Sirius rising. The two gates open at 777. If you guys don't understand how powerful that is, y'all ain't been fucking with me at all. Y'all better get you with your numerology. 777 is a super powerful number. Not as high as 999, but the very next one. So 777 next year. And just so you guys know, the 777 portal opens up every 9 years. Ain't that crazy? The 7 and the 9. Those two niggas they linked up constantly. The 7 and the 9. If you know about that. Which is lessons or knowledge. Really lessons or knowledge and creation. So those, you got these two. And also they'll say 7 is completion, right? So but when these energies are out there in the universe, so next year, now y'all got a whole year to plan. I don't want to hear no bullshit about that. We didn't even know this shit was gonna happen, nigga. Oh, nigga, you ain't even tell us, my nigga. I give you ain't tell us. Nigga, I ain't even know, my nigga. You got a whole year to plan. 777, July 7th, 2023 is 777. And then 9 years after that will be another 7. That's 2032. That'll also be, 2032. That'll also be 777. But next year, it's close. So watch the bullshit that goes down next year on 777 and see if they create massive, sacrifices and all that going on next year. But it's a very powerful energy for all of us if we're able to invoke and draw on that energy. Draw on energy and then invoke. So please let's get back to our rituals and do this. And then one of the last things I want to break down is people keep hitting me up about the status and what your status change can do for you. And there's a lot of different ways you change your status out there. And I haven't talked about this in a while because I've been focused on police stop law because that's the first law you should learn because that's that's their first line of offense against you, in the system. They use the police against you. So that's their very first line of offense. So you should learn that first as a first line of defense. You know what I'm saying? It's like when somebody throws a punch, you've seen Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. That was just literal basic. If I throw a punch at you like that, you go, psh, that's a block. Psh, that's a block. You have to learn that. You got to learn that those very first things within the system. Status law, though, you also should learn. That's more advanced. That's Wing Chun. That's the 1-inch punch by Bruce Lee. Y'all know about that. 1-inch punch. He would literally be able to 1 inch from his thing. He would hit you, take you 1 inch right here and go psh, and cave your whole artery in and shit. So that was Bruce Lee. 1 inch away from your body, boom, he'd hit you like that, and your spleen would bust out your back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what status law is. Reclaiming your status, your aboriginal status. That's the biggest guns that you'll have. It's what will get you out of all of this really globalization stuff, because globalization is really just globalization is just really corporations coming together to form a giant corporation, right? So they can take control of the world. So if you sever your contracts from these corporations, then they have no more obligation over you. And so that's what I teach, excuse me, as far as the status law. I teach you how to contract, because if you're in a world of corporations that are where you're bound by contract, then you need to know how to contract and not how to obligate yourself in contract when you do this. Because everything you sign with your name is a contract. I've said this a million times, but everything when you put your name down is a contract. And if you don't sign it, all rights reserved, you're giving up your rights. You say in the contract, oh, I agree with everything in this contract, and here, I give up my rights. And so that's what's happened with your mother and your father. When they sign those birth certificates, they sign those contracts over, and you got to go back behind and sever those contracts to release yourself from the corporation. You have to do it. Why? Because you are a full-grown flesh and blood person in possession of your faculties, right? Your mental competence. So you have to be the one to sever the contracts, even though you were put into it unknowingly, which is why you can sever the contract, because you didn't make the contract yourself, which is why you have the remedy to go sever it. It was put on you by someone, not you. So, but it still lasts. It was put on by your guardian. So it's still in effect until you, once you reach rightful age of contract, are able to go back and sever those contracts. And so that's what I teach. I don't be on this, it's the MOORs and all the rest of that's in UCC, man. I mean, all that in FBA and ADOS and all that bullshit. Man, you ain't getting nowhere with that bullshit. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Reparations and all this and that. You see, the reparations that California was trying to get, they came back and recommended that they give niggas breaks on school fees, on your tuition. Now that's the reparations that they want to give California. See, they ain't giving you no damn money. Why? Because reparations are illegal. They've already ruled, the Supreme Court has already ruled reparations illegal. So they can't tell you that though, because they know it's going to fuck everybody up. So they got to just keep denying the reparations, right? So in order for you to be able to truly get back within the system, or to take advantage of the system, you have to separate yourself from the system. You have to do away with the contracts. Now, however, the way I teach you to do that, you're not truly out of the system. You keep 1 foot in the system and 1 foot out of the system. Balance, right? Because you still need to work within the system. You still need to do everything within the system. So I teach you to keep 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You sever the contracts, but you hold on to the documents, but they don't put you in jurisdiction because you went behind them and severed all the obligating connecting contracts to those paperwork, like your driver's license, your birth certificate, passport, all the rest of that stuff. You going and severed all of that. So I'm just giving you this breakdown because a lot of people hit me up and ask me about it. So I have to give you guys a full breakdown of the status of what I offer over there, because a lot of people keep asking me and I haven't done this in a minute. So that's what I do. I teach you the contract. Teaching you the contract goes way beyond your status. You'll know how to contract in every endeavor from this point on, how not to obligate yourself in contract. Not only that, you'll know how to get somebody else to give over their rights in contract while you don't, while you retain your own rights. These are the things which you need to know in a world that's being run by corporations and contracts. You need to be a master of contracting so that you can still move freely through the water, this maritime water of contracts. So that's what I teach. If you want to learn that, you get over to patreon.com/realnagas and sign up to one of the status class levels. And the paperwork, so I sell the paperwork on realnagas.com if you want to buy classes. And I also sell classes individually at realnagas.com if you want to buy them individually and do it like that. However, most of the classes, 20-something classes, are posted on the Patreon. So you can look at them, learn on your own time. And once you're able to answer the questions, that you're able to explain the paperwork, I actually give you the paperwork for free, because I want you to be free. I need you to be free more so than I need your money. So at the end of the time, if you're able to explain the contracts, I give you the paperwork for free if you're able to explain it. Because if you just can't be sovereign and have paperwork and not be able to explain the paperwork you have. Because if I take this paperwork, if I piss on it, if I shit on it or burn it, what you got left now? Absolutely nothing. You're sovereign here. The paperwork is just evidence of what you know here. So that's what I teach. And the Moors, they can teach all whatever they want. We were Moors and this is our land, this is a Mexim and all that. None of that shit worked. I ain't seen none of it work. If y'all niggas seen it work, hey, if it worked for you, great. That's awesome. In my 25 years of studying law, and first I was on that first. That's what I did first. Before even police stop law, I did status law first. I was sovereign before I became a master of police stop law. So in doing that, I still saw that all this the Moorish and none of that worked. Your aboriginal status works, because the aboriginal status is the top status in the world. recognized by every country in the world. So that's what you truly need if you're trying to come back and take your laws back. So that's what status is all about, people. If you want to know, you can go back and do your MOOR stuff. I don't do MOOR stuff. We are MOORs. In essence, we are MOORs, but MOOR is just a name for that means dark. It's what we were globally called around the world. It's not a title. It wasn't a title that we held in the world as a sovereign. We weren't the sovereign Moors around the world. You're not going to get a sovereignty back calling yourself a Moor. But ever going back and taking your nation back, saying that you're Cherokee or Lenape or Choctaw, you know what I'm saying? Or Muskegee or, you know, or Mohawk or any of those nations, not tribes, nations, because tribe comes from the word tributary. It means a subservient person. You were nations, which means you have the power, the full-fledged and sovereignty. So that's what I teach people. Now, people, you asking me, I done told you what the status classes is about. Now, if you want to get free, you want to get your status on, get on over to patreon.com/realnagas and sign up to the status class levels. At the highest levels, you get the paperwork for free. Every other week, I try to do a status class review, so to make sure that you guys are getting the information properly. But if I don't do that, there's also, you can link up with the community of people in there to get the information. So this is what we're doing. We're a community of people that's learning the law. And in 5 years, watch where we're going to be in 5 years. And y'all going to be like, man, I saw them niggas doing that shit 5 years ago, man. I was thinking about joining that shit. And then when you see us mashing out in the world on people, because we know how this shit is run, we know the rules of the system, and you see us doing that, and you're going to feel left out because you didn't join and get in on the foundation from the jump. So don't do that. Don't feel left out. Don't get the FOMO. Get in here. It's a fun community. We all really more like family and friends than anything. We all joke, we play around, but we use that to enhance our level of information on the police and how to not be obligated and be under the jurisdiction of these police and this government when they come up on us. All right. So you know how we do that. Just make sure you get your police stop law package. We do it if you don't get into the status classes. Ooh, that's upside down. Oh, Terrence Monger, thank you, brother. So this is the police stop side of the game. Get your constitutional rights card, your qualified immunity card. You hand this to the police officer, and this in your car or when you're walking down the street. You say, I don't answer questions. If I was you, when you get this, take it to a copier and get it laminated. Excuse me, everybody, get it. It's a very hard cardboard thing, right? But if I was you, I would take this to a copier and get it laminated for like $2. Cost you maybe $2 to get this laminated, because then you can have all this in your car, because then it protects it. And then you hand this to the police officers. You say, officer, I don't answer questions. When they start asking, you know why I pulled you over? Where are you coming from? Where you going? You still live here? You got any guns in the car? You got any drugs in the car? All of that, you don't answer none of those questions. Even if you don't have drugs or guns in the car, they're asking you that because they're trying to see how you answer it. If you answer it stuttering, if you stutter, if you're shaking, you know what I'm saying? When you answer it, some of your information doesn't match up, they're going to use all that to say, oh, well, you're suspicious. Suspicion is not a crime, but they can use that as something called, they can add up all of the things that they find at this stop and say, oh, the totality of the circumstances, meaning you were stuttering here, you look suspicious over here, you did this, and they can add up things. Then they can acquire suspicion on you to search you. So you just say, I don't answer questions. That's the best way to not get involved in that, because then they can't say you did this, you did that, you did nothing. No, I didn't do anything. But say I don't answer questions, and they can't say not answering questions is suspicious. That's already a law. They can't rule you not being compliant or you not helping them with their investigation is suspicious. They can't do that. So you sit back, you give them these things, you say, I don't answer questions. And then right here, everything that you should know is right here. This is the Bible right here. It's the Police Stop Bible. That's what I should have called it. I should have called it Police Stop Bible. But the Know Your Rights Manual, this is what we have right here. So you should know everything you should know at police stops or traffic stops and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. A big book, all the laws, everything that you need to know to give you the basics on how to deal with the police so that they don't violate your rights. Let's get to that part. Let's get to that reality, everybody. Can we all get to that reality where we see nothing but videos of people owning the police officers with law? Can we get to that world? I want to see that instead of police officers just tap dancing on our necks and us getting shot all the goddamn time. Let's flip the reality. Let's do a Mandela effect on that shit. Huh? Can we do that? Can we Mandela effect that shit? By learning the law and flipping the tables, and then one day we look up and all the videos we see is just us mashing on police officers with the law? Smashing on them? Can we do that? That's gonna be the awesome shit right there. When we see that shit, Mandela. I'm with the Mandela effect on that shit. Mandela. So let's do that, y'all. Please, Know Your Rights Foundation, Know Your Rights Manual right here. And then they keep pushing their line. You know how to get them. Public Official Bonds book. Just had a brother hit me up telling me, boop, he got that bond. I don't know if he used it yet, but he got that bond. They tried to hide it from him, but he went and got that bond. So just so y'all know, it is out there. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So make sure you get that. This is where you find all the laws that govern public official bonds. And so just so you know, every public official has to have one. If they don't have one, and and the state law says that they have to have one, you can sue the state and city for hiring a public official without a bond. You can get paid, y'all. I'm telling you. The system is run so fucked up. If you find the way the rules and regulations of how the system is run, and you just do an audit of the system, you can just get paid off of that because the system ain't doing the shit they supposed to be doing. They're not running the system properly, lawfully. You can just start suing. Hey, well, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, you ain't doing that, I'm suing. So if police officers are working without a public official bond, you can sue the police officer. Not only that, you can sue the city that hired them without the bond and left them on. So this is powerful stuff. They don't want you to know this, but too late. It's out here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all already know we got the cards. We're gonna show you. We got this is 1, 2, and 3. We also have this full package. Oh, I also got this full package. So you can order all 3 cards at once, right? So Police Stop cards, volume 1 and 2, and then U.S. Law and Government flashcards. There's a package where you can order all 3 of these and get your game up. If not, make sure your children's game is up. Let them be the next generation to come up and start smashing on the law. If you don't want to do it, buy it for them. And then make them do it. Because I promise you, their capacity to learn this is far greater than anyone older. If you're in your 40s or 30s, you should still learn it because it's easy to learn, especially when you're in the community learning this stuff. But the children, they can learn this quick. They can download this shit quick. Just as quick as they download any information on a video game, TikTok, or what's that damn video game that everybody loved? That Travis Scott. What's that damn shit? Thrift Night or some shit like that. Fortnite. they learn that shit quick. Sit them down. Put the Fortnite down. This is your Fortnite. This is your fort right here for when you walk at night. Let them do that. This is your fort for when you walk at night. Make sure they get this. And then you get all of that for free. Well, you get, for the next 2 days, you will get the full package plus just these 2 cards. If you order Great Book of Melanin Research, the work they've been doing on your melanin for the past 117 years. You understand they've been studying you for 117 years, your melanin? That's insane. 117 years they've been studying your melanin. And you like, hey, nigga, I'm black and beautiful, baby. I'm black and beautiful. Don't I look good? That's all you doing. These niggas in the lab with test tubes and, oh my God, look at how it reacts to light. Oh my God. Oh, did you see it? Jim. They're in the lab doing their shit. And you sitting there, nigga, I'm black and beautiful. Ain't I beautiful, baby? Oh, I'm so beautiful. You ain't using none of that shit. So, boom. Then they taking your melanin and they putting it in electronic devices, cosmetics. Y'all know that? Those are the biggest industries for melanin. Electronics and cosmetics. 2 biggest industries. So, right here, Great Book of Melanin Research. Order the hard copy, you get the whole package for free. Also, digital copies. I give you these all in digital copy too, just so y'all know. And you get the Alkaline Cookbook also in digital copy if you order the whole package, right? So everything comes in digital copy first, and then about a week or so later, might be 7 to 10 days, depending on how long the mail takes, you get the hard copy package. So make sure y'all armor up, please. We have got to start armoring up. I'm going to keep pushing this. Y'all going to keep seeing me talk about this. I've been having people hit me up. Man, I've been seeing you talk about this law for the last 5 years. I finally came around. Well, shit, bring your ass on around then, goddammit. Because right now you're starting to see they smashing on us, and this is pretty much the only way that you got to fight back. You marching in the street talking about Black Lives Matter and all this and that bullshit, none of that works. I tell you what worked, though. You pulling the law out on their ass and say, yo, nigga, I'm suing you. I'm going to sue you for this. I'm pulling the bond on you. I'm pulling your bond for this. I'm boop, boop. That worked. That works. We seen that work. So make sure y'all get you get your game up, your law game up. Also, if you want to volunteer to Know Your Rights Foundation, we're teaching this for free. So if you can go to Patreon and you can sign up for the Police Stop Law classes that I hold every Sunday, or you can sign up for the as a volunteer for the Know Your Rights Foundation. And we teach you the law for free. So either one, man, it's up to you to get out there and learn the law. That's it for me. My mouth is dry. I got to give me some food and some drinky drink. And I'm going to holler at y'all later. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. And get over to the NAGA Nerds. Sign up for the NAGA Nerds. Because when me and Timmy Tight Top do our first show, y'all ain't going to want to miss it. I'll tell you on this show, on this channel, when I do it. But I'm not putting it on the channel. So if you want to get to it, make sure you be the first to get notified when we do that show. And the next one I'm going to be doing on the Avatar, baby. Avatar, The Last Airbender. Dang, that's my dog right there, y'all. I'm going to be breaking down the Avatar. Avatar is all about astrology, if y'all didn't know. The Air Nation, Water Nation, Earth Nation, Fire Nation. That's the elements of astrology. Air, fire, water, earth. All the nations act just like their signs. Air signs are mental. Water signs are emotional. Excuse me. Fire signs are aggressive. Earth signs are stubborn, hardcore stubborn. So they all act like their actual elements. So get on over to the NAGA Nerds YouTube channel. I'm gonna put the link in the description box of this one. But if you don't find it, go to the last live I did, or the NAGA Nerds. Go to the NAGA Nerds. So the last two videos I did, the live and the NAGA Nerds video, the link is both links are in there for the Dragon MOOR channel, alternative channel too, because I'll be doing videos over there in case they start tripping on this damn channel. Y'all know how YouTube be doing, all right? So I'm out of here, y'all. I'll let y'all in a minute. I love y'all. Peace.